What if I told you that one of the most famous fast food chains in the world, KFC, was built after the age of 65? That's right. The legendary Colonel Sanders didn't just become successful in his youth, he did it in his golden years. His story is one of determination, resilience, and proving that it's never too late to follow your dreams. In today's video, we'll dive into the inspiring journey of Colonel Sanders and how he built KFC into a global empire after the age of 65. If you've ever felt like time was running out or that it was too late to start something new, this story will show you that it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Let's get started. Colonel Harlan Sanders is a household name, but most people know him as the face of KFC, the company that has become synonymous with crispy fried chicken. What you might not know is that Sanders didn't start KFC until he was in his 60s. In fact, it's a story that defies the typical narrative of success. Most entrepreneurs have their big break when they're young, but Colonel Sanders had to wait until his 60s to create his life's greatest achievement. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance, hard work, and never giving up on your dreams, no matter your age. The early struggles. Harlan Sanders was born in 1890 in Henryville, Indiana. His early life was marked by hardship. His father passed away when he was just 5 years old, and his mother had to work long hours, leaving young Harlan to fend for himself. By the age of 12, he was already taking on jobs to help support his family. He worked as a farmhand, a streetcar conductor, and even tried his hand at being an insurance salesman. None of these jobs worked out. By the time he was 40, Sanders had worked more than 20 different jobs and failed at most of them. He even opened a small restaurant, which was located in the front of a gas station, but that didn't take off either. Despite all these setbacks, Sanders never gave up on himself or his dreams. Instead of allowing failures to define him, he used them as learning experiences, knowing deep down that he had a unique skill: his fried chicken recipe. The turning point, starting KFC after 65. It wasn't until Sanders was in his 60s that things really began to take shape. At the age of 65, after a lifetime of failed ventures, Sanders found himself living on a pension of just $105 a month. For most people, that might have felt like the end of the road, but Sanders wasn't ready to throw in the towel just yet. Instead, he had one last idea that he was determined to see through. He didn't have much money, but he still had his fried chicken recipe, which he believed was something special. So he packed his car and hit the road, determined to sell his recipe to restaurants and convince them to use it. He drove across the country, stopping at various diners and restaurants, pitching his recipe and asking for a percentage of the sales. He was rejected countless times. Here's the thing. Sanders didn't give up after just a few rejections, or even a few dozen. He faced over 1,000 rejections before he found someone willing to give him a chance. 1,000 rejections. And then he met Pete Harmon, a restaurant owner in Salt Lake City. Harmon was skeptical at first, but Sanders insisted that his chicken was unlike anything he had ever tasted before. After some negotiation, Harmon agreed to try it. The results were immediate. The restaurant's customers loved the chicken, and they kept coming back for more. The birth of KFC and the power of franchising. After Pete Harmon's success with Sanders' chicken, it didn't take long for the word to spread. Sanders began franchising his recipe, and more restaurant owners started signing on. By the early 1960s, KFC had expanded rapidly across the United States, with hundreds of restaurants serving his famous fried chicken. But Sanders didn't stop there. At the age of 73, he had created a national brand, and he knew it was time to take his business to the next level. In 1964, Sanders sold the KFC franchise rights to a group of investors for $2 million, which is equivalent to about $16 million in today's money. For most people, that would have been enough. But Sanders didn't just walk away from KFC. He remained the spokesperson for the company, appearing in ads and maintaining his image as the face of the brand. Even after selling the company, Sanders was deeply involved in KFC, ensuring the brand's continued success. Example: even after the sale, Sanders continued to travel the country to promote KFC. He didn't let age or time slow him down. He was passionate about his product and believed in it wholeheartedly. Challenges along the way. Overcoming adversity. Sanders' path to success wasn't smooth sailing. He faced numerous challenges along the way, including financial difficulties, health problems, and even a series of legal battles over his use of the KFC name. But despite all these challenges, Sanders remained unshaken in his belief that his fried chicken was a game changer. Example. At one point, Sanders found himself in a heated dispute with another restaurant owner who was using the KFC name without permission. Sanders didn't back down. Instead, he fought for his brand, making sure that KFC remained uniquely his. He didn't just rest on his laurels, he adapted and overcame. He constantly looked for ways to improve and grow, even when it seemed like everything around him was falling apart. The power of persistence and reinvention. One of the most valuable lessons from Colonel Sanders' story is the importance of persistence. He could have easily quit after a few failed attempts or when the rejections started piling up, but instead he kept going. And that's what made all the difference. He also demonstrated the power of reinvention. At a time when many people would have retired, Sanders decided to reinvent himself and build something that would last. And not only did he build a global brand, but he did it in his 70s, proving that age is just a number when it comes to chasing your dreams. KFC today, a legacy of innovation. Today, KFC has grown into one of the largest fast food chains in the world, with over 24,000 restaurants in more than 145 countries. It's a global empire that generates billions of dollars in revenue every year. But none of this would have been possible without Colonel Sanders' relentless belief in his recipe and his refusal to give up. Example. Sanders is still the face of KFC today. His image can be found on restaurant signs, packaging, and advertising materials worldwide. His dedication to quality, consistency, and passion for great food is a major reason why KFC remains such a successful brand. Colonel Sanders' story is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to chase your dreams, no matter your age or how many times you've failed. Persistence, resilience, and self-belief are the keys to success. And Sanders proved that even after a lifetime of struggles, success is possible if you never give up. So the next time you're feeling discouraged or thinking that time has passed you by, just remember Colonel Sanders. If he could build a global empire after 65, you can achieve great things too. No matter your age, it's about passion, persistence, and believing in your vision. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to get more motivational stories that prove success is within reach for anyone, no matter their age. Remember, it's never too late to start building your legacy.